Hi guys, it's Dave with traditionalcatholicHomestead.com. Dan shot me an email. Wanted to hear about our Kune Kune pigs that we keep here on the homestead. Why we picked them, what we like about them, what we don't like about them. So I'll start off in the nature of full disclosure. When we were looking for our pigs, we weren't looking for Kune Kunes. We were looking for Mangalitsa actually. Um, so with all that being said, we chose Kune Kune. Um, what we found was they were a lot more readily available in our area than the Mangalitsa. Um, and we decided there was a lot more positives going on with those guys too. The main thing that we really liked about them is their size. They only get about yay big. Totally doable on a one-man butcher scale, homestead style. Um, so ease of processing, ease of upkeep, stuff like that. They don't eat much of anything during our active growing season. They're on pasture all the time, going through. They don't root up the pasture. They don't tear things up really bad unless you leave them for a long time. So that's kind of a management thing. If you want to, rehab some pasture, tear some things up, you just leave them locked up in the one spot for a while. But generally speaking, they'll just go through. They'll graze. Um, During the summertime, the only thing we feed them is fresh pasture every day, every other day, and we have a kitchen scraps bucket that we keep. Every once in a while, we might have some extra raw milk from our pastured dairy cows. Um, but other than that, super thrifty little guys. During the winter time, there's obviously not pasture to go on, but we give them alfalfa and grass hay to eat. We give them that free choice. They still get their kitchen scrap pig bucket, and then we give them each about a cup a day of a grain mixture, pig feed. Um, so, super easy keepers these guys are. Um, they take a long time to grow out to butcher size. You're looking at year and a half, somewhere in there. You can butcher pig any size you want, but before you get maximum yield on these guys, you're about a year and a half versus like our kids do 4-H, and they've taken swine, and they do about 6 months. I think they go from 50, 60 pounds up into the neighborhood of 280, 300 pounds, so much faster rate of gain. Those commercial Yorkshire, Hampshire crosses, you keep feed in front of them all the time. That feed that they eat just translates into more growth. With with the Kune Kunes, they're more of a lard type hog, so that you'll get more fat. They don't necessarily get bigger or grow out faster, they just get fatter. And so that's the reason why we ration out their feed. If we kept feed in front of them all the time, they would just get giant, fat, disgusting. You'd have, well, I guess disgusting is in the eye of the beholder, but you'd have problems with rebreeding. You'd have a ridiculous amount of lard when you go to butcher these things, and yeah, so you run into problems that way. Health problems also. Another thing that we like about them is they're very even-tempered. They have a really, even the boars, they have a really nice personality. They're not real aggressive. Um, That's my understanding, and we've yet to see it yet. But you can keep the boars in with the sows when they're farrowing. When they're having their babies, they don't have that real strong. What do you want to say? Like aggressive nature to them, where they'd be fighting each other and doing stuff like that. So that's one thing that we really appreciate about those guineas. I mean, not guineas. Excuse me. The Kune Kunes. They do really well for us up here as far as handling the weather. They're really hardy. We keep them. Sorry. We keep them outdoors year round. During the wintertime, we use big 1,000-pound straw bales and make a 3-sided structure with a roof over the top of it, and basically one open side so they get lots of fresh air. But being from New Zealand, you kind of think that maybe these guys were more tropically inclined, but they're furry little guys. They do really well in the snow, and we really like them so far. So I guess that's kind of the positives and negatives on that Homestead Kune Kunes. We really like them. We think they're probably, if you're looking for that lard type hog, because that's what they are, not as much meat to fat ratio on these guys, but if that's the kind of hog you're looking for, if you have a use for that lard, I highly recommend the Kune Kunes on the homestead scale. Yeah, they're great, easy to handle. Kids love them. Everybody just gets out there and works with them. So they're easy to handle pig. They will knock you over. Don't let their size fool you. I mean, a pig is a very dense animal, and if you're not paying attention to what's going on, they can trip you up pretty easy. But as far as ease of maintenance, being hardy, low input, super thrifty animal, awesome on a homestead scale for self-reliance, and boy, we're looking forward to some delicious pork. Lots of pork rinds, cracklings, all that good stuff coming from our Kune Kunes here the next year or so. So there you go, Dan, and the rest of the Grassfed Homestead guys. Enjoy. And if you want to check out anything else, we have a blog. It's the traditionalcatholichomestead.com. We have lots of cool stuff in there with our pastured dairy, grass-fed, paddock shift beef. We got stuff on chickens, turkeys, boy, you name it, any homestead-y stuff you want to check out, come on out to traditionalcatholichomestead.com and pay us a visit. Thank you.